Hello and welcome to Profiles in Risk. This is your host Tony Cañas switching to my radio voice. And today I have with me Alexis Cierra, founder and CEO at Offshore Consulting. Alexis, thank you for joining me today. How's it going?
Thanks for having me, Tony. I'm really excited to be here to chat with you a little bit. Everything is going well.
Fantastic, fantastic. And we are recording on Friday the 13th in October. So talk about a Friday the 13th. I feel like we should have worn our Halloween costumes. Uh, so, and you are, according to LinkedIn, in Atlanta, Georgia. Then again, according to LinkedIn, so am
Yes, I
I.
am.
But I haven't been home for a few months. Um, so m- Mid October, Atlanta's probably beautiful. Like you're past the really hot part of the year. Is it what, 65, 70?
Yeah, it is. It is. Actually, Atlanta is has been very confusing weather-wise this week. It started off cold, then it went hot, then it got rainy. Now it's back warm again. It's like half of you wants to put on shorts, the other half wants to wear a whole tracksuit.
Right, right. Uh, Atlanta is our adoptive home, and we
Okay.
really have no real connection to Atlanta. It comes down to cost of living for a big city and weather and the airport. But almost 5 years, and we very much enjoyed it. Um, we always give the guest the
Nice.
chance to give the elevator pitch. What is offshore consult? What is off course consulting?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, off course consulting, we basically help insurtechs, insurance agencies, and brokerages get back on course through sales and marketing and operation strategy consulting. This is something that I've been doing now. I'm about a month in, six clients in, and counting. Really exciting
That's a
stuff.
fantastic start. That's a fantastic
Yeah, I
start.
know, right? I know, right? It's so funny. Off course consulting, I had clients before I actually had a name for the company or website or even an email address. It just really fell into place. I mean, honestly, this has been amazing to have these amazing insurtech and insurance agency and brokerage clients that I have. Trust me with helping them either launch from either seed or Series A level. Most of my clients are everywhere from seed capital all the way up to Series B. And even some of those are even in pre-seed, where this is a brand new insurtech that they're getting ready to start as well. So what's really cool about what I get to do is I pretty much say everything on my resume, and then some, which is what I used to do in my old role at Cowbell Cyber, where I used to be head of agency marketing. I felt like, that role that I had, I literally was able to do any and everything that was on my resume. So I wanted to make sure that instead of just impacting one insurtech this time around, that I could create an opportunity in a space where I could impact more than one insurtech. So through off course consulting, I've been able to do that in such a short period of time. We've already had some great success out the gate, and I'm really excited about the impact that we're going to continue to make, whether it's through sales and marketing strategy or even operations build outs and things like that. We do everything from building out go to market strategies, helping your company figure out exactly what their messaging should be when it comes to branding, brand recognition, really developing what your message should be when you're actually trying to bring a new product to market. We do everything from building out sales and marketing strategies, go to market strategies, operations build out. So when you don't know who your first hire should be, we help you determine where to start. This has been a lot of fun for me because I've been able to help clients in the cyberspace, in the agency management software technology space, claims technology, MGAs, and also brand new insurance agencies as well, who are kind of launching into that MGA space in the insurtech space as well. And it's been a lot of fun. I've been able to really have some fun, be really creative. We do a lot of creative and strategic marketing, also a lot of distribution and agency growth marketing as well. So for companies who are really looking to grow their agency distribution base, from whether it's figuring out what is the message that I should be portraying to the market when I really want new agents and brokers to come and sell my new Insurtech product that I've come up with, or even on the agency side, just to come and work for my agency and sell my products and solutions that I have in the insurance space. That's what we do. We come up with the strategy for that and help you bring it to market and bring it to life.
Okay, you. I'm not muted right now. Your energy definitely comes across. So immediately, you can feel the energy. So you've got
Thank you.
looking at your background, because you've got a degree in mass communications and leadership studies, and then how did you end up doing this kind of work? Like, kind of what's your story? How did you end up in insurance, and then on the marketing side? First in
Yeah.
insurance, then in InsurTech, and then on the marketing side of InsurTech.
Absolutely. So I have what I like to call a unicorn background when it comes to the insurance industry. I actually have been in the insurance industry for now 14 years. I actually started out as on the distribution side, as pretty much everything in everybody's distribution channel. I've been the captive agent. I was an MGA owner. I had my own MGA of 26 single moms. We were full service. I taught them everything about the insurance business, property and casualty, life and health, and securities license as well. I also was a broker for a Marsh & McLennan company for Mercer specifically as well. After I sold my agency, I went into corporate brokerage with Mercer in their health and benefits, HR consulting, and wealth management space. And then after that, I kind of got into the insurance marketing side with this company called RGI Data. And it was there where I got introduced to, because I started to do consulting for insurtechs, carriers, and agencies and MGAs, because I had already kind of been pretty much every last one of those people in the distribution channel. I understand the language, how you need to talk to each market, how to get across to them, and to also not just sell your product, but to actually build a long-term quality relationship with each one of those people in that distribution model. So when I was doing sales and marketing with RGI Data, I had the awesome opportunity to learn way more about the insurtech space at the beginning of the pandemic than I was actually prepared for when I went to an industry conference. Literally, I went to this industry conference, I think it was LIMRA. I went to it on March the 20th. 2 weeks later, the pandemic hit and the whole world was shut down. But I had just learned about the insurtech space from there. And as you know, as people were in the house, people were like, let's figure out what I want out of my career and where I would like to. A lot of people started getting hit with the bug of, hey, either I'm going to start my own company or I'm going to jump ship and find a new opportunity. And at the time, I actually was doing some research on InsurTechs, found out about this company, Cowbell Cyber, and I actually pitched myself to the CEO via LinkedIn. And the next day I had an interview. It was a 2-week process, and I ended up getting an offer. After about 2 weeks, I think I probably met with 3 people, and they sped up the process and gave me an offer on the spot. They were originally hiring for a manager, and after they heard my background and experience, they were like, we feel like this position was made for you. And when I say it was made for me, a part of my job was going to be creating podcasts. And I had actually just created my first podcast, my Boss Circle, during the pandemic. So I was a self-taught podcaster. So I thought, this is going to be great. I'm literally going to be able to use everything in my resume. And I ended up starting out with Cowbell Cyber, where I was head of their agency marketing. I was over the agency distribution side and the internal sales support. A huge part of some great things that I got to do at Cowbell and overseeing the agency distribution. When I came on board, they only had about 4,500 agents appointed with them. A huge part of the marketing team's job was to grow that agency distribution channel and create leads and kind of generate leads for the internal sales team. We grew that agency distribution channel from 4,500 to 23,000 agents and brokers in less than 2 years. And we did that through some great strategic and creative marketing. I did some really cool stuff like,
Hold on.
creating,
Give me those numbers again. How?
from 4,500 agents in June of 2021 to more than 23,000 in less than 2 years.
How about 10x in 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So how did you do that?
So, a few ways. I'm all about creative and strategic marketing, which is a huge thing that we do at Off Course Consulting. I believe in being strategic at every single thing that you do. The first thing that I realized coming out the gate, because number one, I have been the audience. So I understood the market coming in the door. And I said, well, you have this brand new cyber insurance product. The first thing you have to do is, number one, in order to get the agent and broker on board with something brand new, you have to teach them about it. You have to educate them on why they need to sell it. And then you need to educate them on why their clients actually need it. And then on top of that, you need to actually show them how much money they have the ability to make. My very first creation that I did when I was there, right out the gate, was make this amazing cyber insurance brokerage council. And we called it the Agency Advisory Council. I had 25 top agent and broker partners from NFP, Aon, Amwins, you name it, they were on my agency advisory council. And that council was set up to give us feedback on our product and solution in the market, tell us how we stood up against competitors. I mean, it was the best way to also build that loyalty and figure out what that agent and broker actually needs you to bring to the table in order to win their business. Not short term, but long term. So that was the first thing I did. After that, I realized that, the number one thing I cared about as a broker is how much money is it going to actually make me in the end. And one of the things that I loved about cyber, and from a broker's perspective, is I love the fact that I didn't have to deal with chargebacks. People had to pay their premiums 100% up front. You know how big that is for an agent or broker to hear that? Like, I don't have to worry about you missing your monthly payment. Now I have to give my advance commission back. So I said, let's highlight that. That is something that's really critical for agents and brokers to know. And so I created this really cool agency compensation calculator. And then I also said, now we have to actually make it so easy for them. So I said, let's make an agency marketing kit where we'll actually break down and we'll create a customized email plan and a social media campaign where all they have to do is plug in their actual names of their clients and their logo, and then they're ready to go. They have a co-branded document that they can use to market their new partnership with Cowbell. After that, I decided, hey, well, I'm going to take it a step further with this education. We started doing webinars. I started doing continuing education classes. Since I'm fully licensed, I said the one thing I know that's important to agents and brokers is having that CE credit to be able to renew my license every year. So why not give a free value add by giving a continuing education class on something new? And cyber was a new thing that agents and brokers wanted to learn about. And it changes so often that agents and brokers had no idea how to keep up. So I said, why don't we make it easy for them? Let's keep up with what's the ever-changing cyber landscape, put it into content and curriculum, create these courses for the agents and brokers, and we will be their voice, and we'll go out and do the research for them and teach them about the market that we want them, a new market that we want them to sell, basically. So that took off very quickly. I ended up teaching classes at every major independent agency association and brokerage conferences. You name it, I was teaching continuing education classes. I was doing webinars for all types of associations. And then I decided, let's also educate the policyholders. So I started doing big continuing education courses for lawyer associations, for instance, teaching them why they need to buy cyber insurance. And before you knew it, I ended up having way too many requests to do CE classes, both in person and webinars. And I said, how can I streamline this and actually make it work for everyone so that we can basically give more access to these classes to the masses? So I said, let's put it in an e-learning on an on-demand academy. So I said, let's do that. Let's just take all the curriculum, put it in self-paced, e-learning. And let's just give all the agents and brokers who are appointed with us access to this free tool where they get to learn about cyber insurance in general, the Cowbell products, and everything. That was such a great thing that I said I really have to figure out a way to really continue to make that impact. So we made sure that we covered even the baby boomers who don't like to do online classes. I was still doing live webinars for them. I even offered to come out and do in-person classes, and we were in the Willis Towers Watson offices and doing stuff for the Amwins office. It was really a strategic way to grow. And as you can see, when you're giving such a great loyalty program like that, it's easy to go from 4,500 agents to 23,000 agents in less than 2 years when you're finding different ways to build that loyalty. And my favorite thing that I got to do earlier this year was actually celebrate the agents and brokers who were with us early on, the people who first wrote business with us. And I put together this event here in Atlanta, actually, and we flew out 150 brokers and agents from around the country. And we flew them here and we just celebrated them. We had a huge experience where we actually got to go and do a full golf tournament. I actually had probably I had the most fun planning this because it wasn't just any golf tournament. We had 150 brokers, and you had the Cowbell employees who were able to meet with their partners. We brought out the cybersecurity partners. We brought out the law firms who actually do the breach counsel. It was an event that you definitely didn't want to miss. And this was kind of how we showed that we appreciated them. You know, we did a golf tournament where we actually had cigar rollers at one hole. We had a wine tasting at another. It was really unique. You know, it's all about creating these unique experiences to build that loyalty for the people that you want to remain your customers long term. And as you know, in cyber insurance, it's a B2B2B business because we have to sell, as the product holder, we have to sell our product to the brokers so that the brokers can then in turn sell it to businesses. So it was all about having more of a strategic and creative approach that helped me grow that business, which in turn is the reason why I had so many clients before I actually had a name. For my company. So I'm excited about the impact that I'm getting to make with Off Course. It's been amazing. It's been a fun journey. And I'm very passionate about insurance in general. So that's why I have clients outside of the cyber industry because I just love insurance in general. Oh, you're on mute.
You were born for this type of work, quite clearly. Yep.
I have to agree with you on that.
And there's nothing better. There's nothing better that finding the work that just feels like it fits you, right? That where you wake up on some
Absolutely.
excited, right? And I get it because I'm the same way. I love what I do, and you can feel the passion, and this is absolutely fantastic. Uh,
Thank you.
so you went up on your own in August. We're recording in October, so 2 or 3 months. Uh, any stories
Hmm.
from your new clients that you can share? Uh, I mean, it's early, so you probably don't have a lot of results yet. But yeah, and if you want to share client names, you can. If you can't, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, listen, I have some pretty amazing clients. One I'll tell you about who's actually going to be at ITC. I'm excited about Iris Insurtech, which is an agency management software. Yes, we love
Huge fan of
Margot and
Margot and huge fan
team.
of Iris.
Absolutely, we love Margot and team. Listen, what they're going to be doing in that with that agency management software, it's agency management but on steroids. It is next generation technology for the agency and brokerage community and specifically just insurance distribution as a whole. I love that it's AI powered. There are some great things that are on the rise for that company. So I'm excited to be a part of their story to help them get their brand and their messaging and everything about their company to the next level. I'm just excited to be a part of that team. My other company, another company that I'll mention is Inclusive. They are doing something that is so cool. and I'm so excited to be a part of it. Inclusive makes community-based. They actually make business insurance. It's an MGA. They do business insurance specifically for community-based businesses, and I love that because it focuses on the minorities and LGBTQ plus communities that are normally underserved when it comes to business insurance, which is key to, making sure that underserved communities have the same level of insurance that any other business would have who's not struggling, to get that representation that they need. I love the fact that this is such a unique product that has really been customized and created just for that market. They have a health benefits product and full-blown business insurance, all the way from cyber to BOP policies to liability insurance for those who are selling, doing online businesses. So it's some unique products in there, parametric insurance, everything. I'm just excited to be a part of what's going on, all of these new innovative insurtechs that are out here. So I'm excited for them, and I'm excited to be a part of their team. So I can't wait to see what they're going to do. And I have some other clients too. Those are kind of like my first two. So I wanted to make sure I mentioned them because they've been so much fun to be a part of. Inclusive actually is about to launch. Officially, they just did their soft launch, so they'll be launching in January. I'm excited about that. Iris is already live, and they're about to kill it when it comes to that cloud-based technology for agencies. So I'm excited for them as well.
I would love to have Inclusive on the podcast. I have had Iris. And it was a fantastic episode.
We'll have to do that. Absolutely, we'll have to do that. I think that would be awesome.
Perfect.
Inclusive is doing something so unique in the market, and I think that everybody needs to know about it.
So, are there? I think every founder that listens to this podcast is going to be excited about working with you. Are there specific
thanks.
types of insurtech that you would really love to have as clients, or basically any insurtech needing marketing and strategy help? You're more than happy to have a conversation with.
Yeah, and what's so unique about my background is I have not just marketing experience, but I have 20 years sales experience. So it's giving, sales and that marketing strategy, which you need both of those to align. In order to bring something to the market, you have to have the messaging together and that marketing brand together in order for you to be able to bring it to the market and sell it. So listen, I am completely open because I believe in really helping people who want to succeed no matter what the industry vertical is. The good thing is I'm very well versed, very diverse in my background. So I can do anything from property and casualty to life and health to benefits and to pure technology as well. So I am pretty much open. I'm not going to limit myself because I want to make sure that I'm impacting as many insurtechs as possible. And also in the insurance agencies and brokerages, there are some MGAs as well that I'm excited to be working with because, I love anyone who's bringing something different to the table that's going to truly come in and disrupt the market. I want to be a part of that. And I love that Off Course gives me the opportunity to be a part of more than one life-changing company at a time. So I'm really excited about that. These are true innovators. So I'm completely open. If you're interested in talking to me to get a little bit more information, we can have a consultation. Visit offcourseconsulting.com to learn more about our offerings. And I'm just really excited about what we're going to be doing in the market. And also, I'm going to give you a little exclusive too, Tony, since this will be airing in November. It'll be live by then. So I have two parts. The reason why it's just called Off Course is because Off Course is the parent company. Off Course Consulting is our consulting arm, but we'll actually be launching in November Off Course e-learning. And I'm really excited about that because it's going to be the first e-learning platform where we build customized e-learning trainings exclusively to insurtechs and insurance agencies and brokerages. So what we're going to be doing that's a little bit different is most of the times you'll have to hire an L&D team, and we know that when you're at seed level to series B, you can't afford to actually have a full L&D team come in and actually train your people. What we're going to be doing is come in and being your L&D team that you need to help ramp up exclusively, specifically your sales teams. So we'll be doing sales team trainings, leadership trainings, and even distribution training. So for those Insurtechs who are looking to bring a new product to market and you actually want to sell your product via brokers and agents, we'll be able to make custom trainings just for you to be able to share with your brokers and agent community so that they can understand how to push your product to market. And this will also be great because it'll help your sales teams ramp up faster, because what we've noticed in the startup community is that we will hire very inexperienced salespeople and not actually give them the tools that they need to be successful right out the gate, which would actually help us if they actually increase their ramp up time by having the training and support early on. And this would also, I'm sure your investors would be appreciative of you not blowing money on bad salespeople who don't have training in the beginning. So this helps them be a little bit more successful out the gate. So we'll be doing customized trainings just for Insurtechs, insurance agencies, and brokerages. So if you want to build your own insurance school dedicated to your particular product, and you want to create it for your distribution channel, for your sales team, for your leadership team, that's what we're going to be doing. So it'll be off-course e-learning, and that will be my Insurtech side. So we'll be building out customized training platforms for all of you guys. So I'm excited about that. Can't wait to get that part started as well.
Very, very exciting stuff. You're doing quite a gamut of services. Uh, Thank you
Absolutely.
so much for your time today. This has been fantastic. I can only imagine where this is going, and like I can't wait to have you
Thank
back in a
you.
year or two. Maybe we'll record in person in Atlanta. Uh, uh, yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to see where this goes. Very, very exciting stuff. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it.